So I was addicted to drugs and alcohol for a long period of time. And I guess my lowest point was sitting in jail. I'd been back and forth to jail, and I had this last time I had quite a few years hanging over my head, and I couldn't behave even in jail. You know, so they put me in a pod all by myself, and that's where and it was lonely. I was reflecting on all the people that I hurt, you know, and it sounds funny, but one of the biggest things was I missed my daughter's first father-daughter dance, man. And that, dude, I cried in jail, you know what I mean? And that was my lowest point, man. From there, something had to change, dude. I was able to stay clean for about 10 years, but I didn't have a relationship with God. It got dark again. I wasn't picking up and using drugs or alcohol, but it got really dark in my life because I didn't have a relationship with God. And so it got to a point where I wanted to commit suicide, man. I made a call to a friend of mine and told him where I was at. And, you know, God works through people, and he's been that for me, dude. So in the last 5 years, I've been able to build a relationship with God, man. So my girlfriend, actually, she'd been coming to Great Lakes for a long time. Her and her daughter asked me if I'd join them on a Sunday. And I did, and right away I could relate with what Dave was saying. You know, he's got a good way of taking things out of the Bible that are relatable to today. You know, what we go through on a daily basis, and that really sat well with me, you know, yeah. Jesus allowed me to take my selfishness away, right? So I can put other people first, because that's ultimately what I believe we're trying to do, man. And being in recovery, that's what we do, is you become more important than me, you know, so what can I do to be there for you, you know what I mean? So to take that selfishness, that everything, you know, that self-seeking, all that, and get rid of that and be there for someone else. And that's brought so much joy in my life. I've seen people come from like despair, dude, like the most horrific things that have happened that you could imagine, dude. I've heard it from these people, and I've got to see them. Only God can do those things. I believe that because I tried on my own for so long and nothing, it didn't work, you know, right? As long as I'm putting one foot in front of the other and trying to grow with God, that it's gonna be okay, you know what I mean? The future, man, let me just do what's right here, you know what I mean? And as long as I know that I'm trying to grow with God, it's gonna be okay.